Hi, welcome back. Welcome to this forecourt film for our absolutely stunning 2016 BMW 340i. This is the extremely rare touring model. We generally see quite a lot of these in the diesels with the larger six-cylinder engines, but very few of these 340i's ever become available on the market. It's an absolutely stunning car. It's finished in Estoril blue, which in my opinion is probably one of the nicest ones for this F31 shape of car. It's obviously the facelift model as well, so you have the newer style LED rear lights as well as the LED front lights as well. So it looks absolutely beautiful. You can see the light bars running through there. The 340i is the only model, sorry, the 335 and the 340i, the only models that have the twin exhaust pipes that we get to see here, and this is essentially the top of the range for the touring model in petrol guise. So absolutely beautiful. It's rear wheel drive. The 340i was not offered at xDrive with all wheel drive in the UK. It's in fantastic condition all the way around. You'll see a couple of very subtle modifications that have been made to the car. Absolutely none to the engine or anything like that. That's completely standard and not been messed about with at all. But we've got this fantastic M Performance style gloss black splitter that sits at the front there. Also been upgraded with the black grille. These are the LED lights that we spoke about. The car's also been upgraded with these beautiful M3 competition style alloy wheels. These are 19-inch and all in very good condition. I don't think I've seen any marks on any of those at all. We also have the M Performance sidebar and then a gloss black sticker that runs along the bottom there. Really makes the car look a little bit lower at the back and from the side. And then we also have the rear diffuser M Performance style just there at the back, and the all-important roof spoiler as well, which really does finish it off absolutely beautifully. In terms of the rest of the car, it's obviously got the black roof bars that run all the way along, and the high gloss shadow line that runs all the way, so there's no sort of chrome accents on the car at all, and the nice sort of gloss black side bits to the mirrors and to the window surrounds and everything like that as well. So yeah, absolutely stunning. At this sort of point I would normally walk around the car and just point out any small blemishes in terms of bodywork, but there really isn't anything to show you at all. There are absolutely no dents or marks or scratches all the way around. You're obviously going to get the odd stone chip, but these are very slight. I've barely seen any, just a couple at the very leading edge of the bonnet there, as you would expect for the mileage. Mileage on this car is 45,000 miles, just turned over that. Yeah, just a standard amount of wear in terms of stone chips and things like that, but the rest of the car, as you'll see, is in absolutely beautiful condition. There looks to be some sort of coating on the car as well. When we washed it, it just beaded straight off, so it's obviously been extremely well cared for in terms of its paint and everything like that as well. Like I said, normally this would be the point where I sort of point out little marks, but I think I'd be being over fussy if I was to find anything. It really is in absolutely exceptional condition. We obviously have an electric tailgate on the car. The boot area has all been very well looked after. No signs that there's been any dogs or anything like that in there. All the carpets and everything like that in beautiful condition. You've got your locking wheel nut and toolkit and everything like that as well, and then we also have an air pump in there for the tyres, just in the storage area at the bottom. Just press this to close it down, and then, as with all F31 models, a really useful popped rear window there. Very handy if you do have a dog or something like that. Actually, you can park up somewhere in the summer. The dog can stay in the car, and you can have the back open. Or obviously, if you don't have a dog and you're just doing some shopping, just very handy to be able to open that window and drop your shopping into the back there. So that's always a very nice and welcome feature on these cars. Coming down this side again, no signs of any dents or marks or anything like that. Back seats, absolutely beautiful condition. This is the black Dakota leather. Really lovely all the way through. Got a pull down centre armrest there with cup holders, and then you've also got air vents in the back there as well. Seat backs are all in very good condition, and you've got the sort of piano black that runs all the way through there. Through to the front, all brand new carpet mats in the front there, and again Dakota leather sport seats. Very good condition, barely anywhere at all even to the driver's bolster, which is obviously the bit that normally goes the most, but again, that's all in very nice condition. and a lovely chunky 3-spoke M Sport steering wheel with paddle shift. Again, all very, very nice. It hasn't gone all nasty and shiny or anything like that at all. All the door controls and everything like that, all unmarked. If we jump in, we'll just start it up. Obviously you get a slightly different noise with the cold start, which is really, really nice actually, so I'll just overlay that now quickly. And then once the car's warmed up, we'll start it up. You get an absolutely lovely sound from this car as well. Really, really nice, very, very throaty. Once the system sort of got some fuel through to the exhaust, you get a really lovely sort of burbles and crackles and things like that come up on it. Up on the dashboard, we've got the full black panel display. We also have the speed limit display as well, so it'll tell you what the speed limit is on this car. The black panel display basically replaces traditional gauges down here towards the bottom, so that you have a full sort of digital setup on there. And then when you change to different modes, you'll see that the dashboard information changes there. And you'll also get things like your satellite navigation instructions coming up on there as well, which is quite nice. On the steering wheel itself, cruise control. And then all the buttons and controls here for your media system, for answering the telephone and all that kind of stuff as well. We've got automatic headlights and automatic windscreen wipers, and then the full onboard computer with all of the details up on there, fuel economy and things like that. You actually spot, as I just cycled through there, average economy on the car's been 32.2, which is quite surprising to a lot of people, but obviously around town they can be a little bit thirsty, but out on the main open roads the engines are barely ticking over, so you actually get pretty good fuel economy on a decent run on it, which is always quite surprising to me. Down here to the dashboard, we've got the newer style cup holder area here with a sliding one on it, which is a lot better than the old tray that used to be sitting around there and ended up in glove boxes for most people. Controls for your front and rear parking sensors, and then you've also got visual guide up on here, and then also the different driving modes that you've got, everything from Sport and Sport Plus down to Eco Pro mode, which just sort of makes the car slightly more economical in terms of the way that you're doing it and the way it delivers the power. Down to here, handy storage area, and then also your connections for the external devices, things like USB and auxiliary sockets. Over onto the main dash, and we've got the Idrive Controller. This controls everything up on this main screen here, which I'll show you in a second. Very, very nice condition. There's a couple of very, very small, if we just zoom in there, just a couple of little chips and things like that you often do get just on there, but honestly and truly that's pretty much the only marks on the inside of the car. Up onto the main display up here, we have dual zone climate control. There's no heated seats on this car, just to let you know, so the buttons for those would normally be here, but don't have heated seats on this car. And then you've got all your preset buttons and everything up there, which you can do press to either have things like radio stations, or you can actually use them as shortcuts to menus, which is very, very useful. Up on here on the main display, this is for your multimedia and satellite navigation. So this is the BMW Business satellite navigation. Covers you for the whole of Western Europe. Very, very nice and easy to use, accepts full postcodes and also works with voice control as well, so you can read out an address. Obviously connections for your telephone on there as well, so that you can make calls. And then if we come through to the media section, you'll also see that the car's been upgraded with the Bluetooth media streaming, so you can do things like Spotify or podcasts or stuff like that direct from your phone without having to plug them in. If you do prefer to plug them in, you've got USB socket connection there and auxiliary, both in the front center armrest, which I've already shown you. In terms of other bits and pieces, we've obviously got a full control panel for the car, so you can change absolutely everything in here depending on how you want it to be set up, and that will actually remember all the settings for each key that you use as well, which is again quite a handy thing to have. So if you've got two people that use the car, if they have their own keys, when they get in, the car is set up exactly how they like it. Vehicle status will give us information for your mechanical parts of things, so things like being able to check oil levels and things like that. And then if we come through to the servicing page, this will tell you what needs to be done and when. So we'll see that the next servicing item is in December 2022, and that's a brake fluid service. Front brake pads have 12,000 miles worth of wear left on them. The next engine oil service is not due until June 2023 or 16,000 miles, depending on which one comes soonest. That's been done very, very recently. Rear brake pads, 19,000 miles worth of wear. And then a vehicle check is not due until 2025. So absolutely nothing for the new owner to do at all. Service history, we've had one BMW main service and one independent service as well, which I believe was carried out in June of this year. So absolutely, again, as I mentioned, nothing due anytime soon at all. Decent sized glove box with all your books and manuals and everything like that in here. The car does feature start-stop technology, which you can turn off or on, so that the engine cuts out at junctions. But just looking through the rest of the interior, it's been upgraded with this, like I said, this black piano black inlay that runs all the way through, and then this is quite nice as well. It's got the sort of smoother aluminium finish, which just breaks up the black in the car quite nicely. So yeah, really, really lovely condition. Got obviously your ISOFIX points in the back and in the front, and all your controls, all the headlining and everything like that, all in perfect condition, and all very, very nice. I hope you found the video useful. As I've mentioned, it's an absolutely beautiful car, really, really lovely all the way through, and just looks absolutely stunning in the sunshine today. All of the little sort of M Performance extras that have been added to the car really, really set it off, and looks fantastic. So if you have any further questions, if you require any finance figures or you have a part exchange to value, then please do let us know through our website, which is jajarvis.co.uk. Be more than happy to help, and ultimately we'd love to show you the car in person and take you out for a test drive. Thank you very much again for watching, and we'll see you next time.